Welcome, podcast listeners. It is episode number 253 of the Fret Talk podcast. You are here with your host, Mr. BudgetPedalChap. You are joined this week by, oh my gosh, it's Josh. That's very delayed. Almost like it was a surprise to yourself there as well.
It was.
Indeed. And we've got Mr. Matt Quine. Say hi, Matt.
Hi, Matt.
Woo! And we're not going to exploit the shit out of that this week. Lee, damn it.
Say hi, Matt.
Hi, Matt.
Oh, damn it.
Should have given me the idea.
Indeed. So it is episode number 253. We are here to generally talk nonsense. It's like it's a week after NAM and there is not a lot of news. However, both of these boys have completely got our back because they have been on just one hell of an escapade each. So we're gonna be documenting some of that. We're also gonna have a little bit of a chat about FXpo because by the time this comes out, both me and Josh will have been to FXpo. So we're gonna do a little bit of a preamble chat for that. Nice. That is staying in. It's definitely staying in.
I tried to get it out before the podcast started, and then you just another one come up.
It's all gravy, baby. Not all baby gravy, because that's a completely different thing. Right. So, which one of you beautiful gentlemen want to start?
I think Matt would probably would probably need to go first because one, I think it's going to take up the most time, and two, it's probably the most sad and heartbreaking story.
It is, yeah.
We won't. I suppose what I'll do is I'll do it in chronological order, so we don't have the heartbreak at the start. We have it in the middle, and then we get resolution towards the end. Or we don't get any resolution. That'll come in future podcasts because there is no resolution at the moment.
So it's like fucking edging.
Yeah, it's the reason for you to listen again next week, and the week after, and the week after, and the week after.
Yeah, I mean, this is almost like we fucking planned this, isn't it? It's
like here for thinking. Yeah. So I guess, has it been 2 weeks that you've done a cast without me? Yeah, I've generally lost track. It's been TT.
It seemed like forever, Matt. It seemed like forever.
Time for me is just there is TT and then there is non-TT, and TT just is a time. It's not the 2 weeks or whatever it is. It's just. It's TT. It's its own thing. It doesn't have days. It doesn't have sleep some days. It doesn't have it's just absolutely mental. So yeah, I think
everyone loves TT, don't they?
Yeah, I think I did six gigs of my own in TT, and I think I went out and watched about 4 days worth of music. So I spent a lot of time not at home in TT.
Right on.
Which was great fun. Kicked it off with one of our private dues that we do, which is always the weekend before TT kind of kicks off. This year there were some sound techs over who were not from the Isle of Man, so that we had a proper sound system. It was actually the guys who did the big stage at 1886, which is the one that had the Darkness and Chic, and it had Jessie J and I think Becky Hill. I don't know whether that's actually a name or whether I'm mixing her up with someone I went to school with. I've never heard of her, but
I've heard of Becky Hill.
Yeah,
I've heard,
these were all the people that were on the 1886 stage. But yeah, so the guys who were doing that opened on the Sunday. On the Saturday, they did a private event where we were the band on. So we had proper sound engineers with proper equipment. So sound on stage was fucking phenomenal. It was an indoor marquee for about 400 people ish, and they had a proper chunky sound system. Just absolutely great, good, cracking fun. Champions League final was on, but more people were standing and watching us than were watching the Champions League final because obviously the British team weren't doing that well. But we don't talk about that because I've just remembered that Josh is a Liverpool fan. My apologies. But yeah, so people weren't watching that; they were in watching us. It was a cracking night, just great fun, and that's the best way to kick off my TT.
Yeah.
Usually, I would then have 2 weeks off work, but unfortunately, I changed jobs in January, and 2 of the 4 people in my team already had TT fortnight booked off, so I didn't get any time off. So I gigged and worked and worked and gigged, and everything just kind of like melded into one. Yeah, which was interesting, but yeah. So yeah, I kicked off TT with that. Had a fairly chill Sunday, and then I was pretty much either out watching music or out gigging myself for the entire fortnight. So on the Tuesday, I finished work at 5. Had to sound check before 5:30. At a stage that was a 10-minute walk away. So I literally at lunchtime carried my pedal board and 2 guitars from my van into my work, finished work, walked down a hill 10 minutes. The hard case for my pedal board, apparently my pedal board is too heavy for the hard case of my pedal board because that kind of started disintegrating. So I ended up with a guitar on my back, over my shoulders, one in a case underneath, and instead of carrying my pedal board by the handle, it was tucked under my arm, like walking down a street. And then I'm trying to get in behind this stage, and there's no security like around. Clearly the rest of the band were in there, and the security were in with them. And I'm like rattling this like Harris fencing at the back of the stage, going, guys, there's 10 minutes left for us to sound check. Can you let me in? I finally got in, and then like had to literally set everything up. We thought we were on at 6, and we had till 6 to sound check.
Yeah.
Then we were told that there was an acoustic act on at 5:30, and we needed to sound check it within that 10 minutes. So like that was a little bit chaos. And
a line check, not a sound check.
I was borrowing an amp as well. So it was the stage at 1886. So it was the big stage that had all these big artists on. And in the days in between, they had local bands on. And we kind of like kicked off the first local day. So the night before was Jessie J, and the night before that was Primal Scream, and the night before that was the Champions League final and John Barnes, because John Barnes came over to rap his one song and talk shit while they watched the Champions League final, because, you know, the Isle of Man is weird.
Why the fuck not, yeah?
But yeah, so he did his rap from that 1990 World Cup song that I can't even remember what it's called. But yeah, so he did that, and then like did a watch along for the Champions League final. Then you had Primal Scream on, then Jessie J, and then the very next band on after Jessie J, which is the following day, was us. Well, there was this acoustic act that we didn't even know was happening actually, like before it. But yeah, so I got there, and they're like, okay, there's 2 amps on stage. There's a OR30. Is it? It's one of the orange. OC30, OR30. It's
TH30, is it?
The Crush.
No, it was a valve amp, but
yeah,
it wasn't something that I was familiar with. And they're like, there's either that or a Marshall 1962 hand wired. And I was like, oh, that's actually, I've got an SV15, so you know that's
it's not a million miles away, is it?
It's a 212 version of that basically. And they were like, okay, well we'll wheel that out then. So I plugged into that, got that sounding okay, had a line check.
Oh, just got it sounded okay.
Yeah, it was all right. Yeah.
Bearing in mind that that's 30 watts and my amp is 50 or is 20 or 15, I can't remember. I had to crank the bollocks off it compared to what I do with my with my SV. For some reason, like literally, both the 2 volumes, I'd patched the 2 channels together, and they were both way over half. Whereas normally, I have the normal tickling half and the high, the top.
Yeah,
I can't remember whether it's called top boost or top.
Yeah, normal
the trebly
right,
one anyway. Like, you know, on a maybe at like 2 o'clock if I'm lucky, or like 10 o'clock if I'm lucky. But yeah, like I was able to crank the bollocks off this and just get like a really sweet tone. But yeah, so it literally was like a 5-minute kind of like find your sound on this amp with your pedals. You're not playing with the rest of the band at this point. They've all line checked, and we'll give you we'll find out whether you're all at the right level in the first song, which was great because I was far too loud and had to pull down a little bit.
Yeah,
it was just like kind of a crazy sound on stage, but like it was good fun. There were barely any people when we started because, like I say, it was 6 o'clock, and you could just see the area filling up over the course of the hour and a half that we got to play on there. But like to play on a proper festival size stage with side fills as well as monitors in front of you, and like a stupidly expensive sound system that's hanging from fucking stands that are like way above the stage, like a proper like the place was like a 4,000 outdoor venue for 4,000 capacity. There was proper like festival fenced off areas, you know, those fences where you can stand up onto them to catch people as they're passed forward that they have at festivals. Like, we don't get any of that normally. Like, normally it's a bit of Harris fencing and maybe those little barriers, like the yellow barriers that they put on roads and stuff to direct it. That's normally what you get at a festival over here. Yeah, exactly. And this is like professional equipment, and just it was just absolutely amazing. A great experience. And that was gig 2 of 6. So that it was all uphill to that point, you know. Like, we were getting there. That was my last gig with the band that I've been with for 10 years, and then everything else is kind of with the new band.
Yeah.
So I was just kind of like getting into the swing of things. The singer of that band went away the following day, and kind of that was it for TT for us. As that band. I was then out the following night watching a local band. In fact, I watched a couple of local bands. One of them just does like classic rock and blues covers, which is way up my street. But it was a fairly quiet night, with being like the Wednesday of practice week. And the band on afterwards were an Iron Maiden tribute act who are really good. Ed Force One. If you ever on the island and they're gigging, go and see them. They're really good.
Nice. Yeah.
And then I guess the Friday, which is the tragedy day, is the next kind of.
Everybody get your tissues ready.
Yeah. So I do.
This would be an inappropriate time to have a wank, but if you insist,
it's never an inappropriate time.
So like they basically Ramsey, which is a different town to where I normally like. Everything is normally in Douglas, but Ramsey put on like a festival. They closed off a square that has 2 pubs that back onto it. So instead of it being parking, it had a couple of flatbeds that turned into a stage, and they just closed it off for 5 days and had live music on in the middle of the town square. Obviously with the pubs, you know, providing booze for the people who wanted to go and watch the live music, which was kind of a good idea. I know they're looking at what they kind of can do better, because apparently it took some business away from other areas of the town. But I thought it was a really good idea.
Yeah.
So I went up at not quite lunchtime, but we were on at 9:30, I think, and I was up there for like 4 o'clock watching the acts that were on in the afternoon. There was a country band, like a country covers band on, which is my worst nightmare, but the missus loves country music, so we went and watched that, and actually they were really good. Like, they're really good musicians. I mean, I really didn't enjoy the music, but they were fantastic musicians. And then there was a band called the Boneyard on, who do like, I'd say hard rock covers, but like some of the songs are not hard rock and they've turned it into hard rock. So there's some quite interesting stuff for them. They were really fun. And then kind of we closed out the night, and, you know, it was just going like any normal gig does. I was, you know, really enjoying myself, like throwing myself about the stage, because it's a bit of a space where I could, you know, use the wireless system and, you know, jump about. Had a really good gig. Everything went really well. Like, decent crowd. I put down the Les Paul at the end of the night, and I turn around to go and pick up the case for the Les Paul, and round my ankle is the strap that's on the Les Paul, and it fell. And it fell flat on its face.
Oh.
And it just went dunk. And I went, oh, fuck. And I turned and I looked at it. And initially, because it was like, it's almost still together in one place. When you look at it straight down, you couldn't tell anything was broken. And I was like, oh, I've got away with that. And then as I picked it up, the head started tilting forward, and I was like, no.
Oh, fuck.
And it's split on the headstock, so it's not even like, you know, Les Pauls normally it's like on the neck and it splits.
Yes,
like,
across the joint kind of bit.
Yeah, so this is split from where it bends backwards, but on the back of it to the front of the headstock, which is an odd way for a Les Paul to split. So it's like split down along the head. So if I'm trying to like work out the best way to describe it.
Yeah, like I'm just looking at my Les Paul now.
So if you know where on a Les Paul you've got the top screw for the truss rod cover. Yeah. It's split from there, that point to the back of the headstock.
Yes,
so yeah,
it's-
if you rotate your Les Paul around 90
Well,
degrees, just so I can see
I'm
the
actually
side.
going to take off the visual effects so you can actually see anything.
Indeed. Yeah. There we go.
So yeah, so if you turn it sideways, just so that I can see. So yeah, from where that
Yes, this is an auditory podcast.
from where that is the screw is, and it goes to the back of the headstock where the headstock starts. So it's split along. Yeah, from.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's split down like that.
Almost
So
like
across-
it follows the line of the
the
neck.
almost looks like it's just gone continued on straight, and the headstock is kind of like peeled off and kind of trying to be straight as well. And there's that bit of a gap, and I'm not sure if it's long enough for there to be enough surface to glue it. And
That's going to be a right bastard, that isn't it?
You might have the world's first headless Gibson Les Paul.
Well, I mean, I spoke to the tech, and he said he's seen one that split that way before, and he said that one there wasn't enough surface for him to be able to make a joint that would keep the tension, because obviously there's a lot of tension on that headstock. And he was like, even if you showed me photos, I wouldn't be able to tell. I need to have a go at it and see if I can do one or two strings and then add a bit of tension and see what's happening.
Yeah.
So he's going to give it a go, but unfortunately, he was closed over TT. He was going to open today, but didn't open today because he got COVID over TT, and I now need to wait like 10 more days to even take it to him. So it's going to be like 2-3 weeks until I can even find out whether I can fix my guitar. But it was my own stupid fault. I put the guitar down on an A-frame stand because it was what was there, rather than taking I'd normally take a Hercules where it clips on and sits down and like grips onto the headstock. And I didn't take that with me onto the stage. It was in the van, but it wasn't on the stage because there was a stand on the stage, and I just put the guitar in the stand. So it was my own fault. I freely admit that.
Yeah,
but I really, really regret it now.
It's one of the bugbears of owning a Gibson guitar, isn't it? You know that at some point there's the possibility of that happening.
Yeah, and like I've always known it, and like it was just as soon as I felt the thing around my wrist, around my ankle before it had even fallen, I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah, this is a mistake.
I have to admit that's been a reason why I've kind of gone off the idea of gigging my Les Paul, because I'm so conscious about that happening.
Yeah,
I mean, I do get it, but at the same time, like, there's nothing that quite sounds like. I mean, okay, there's an SG, but other than an SG, there's nothing that quite sounds like a Les Paul.
Yeah, I mean, the SG suffers the same problem.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Yeah, but like,
just Gibsons in general.
Yeah, and like I know, PRS have guitars, and there are other two humbucker guitars, but I can always tell when something isn't a Gibson, and as much as I have ragged on some of the decisions that Gibsons have made over the last, I mean, how long have we been doing this podcast now?
Too fucking long, mate.
Whatever it is, and I rag on them every time, but they just make that sound that's in my head.
Yeah, I mean, we rag on them not because we hate them. We do it because we care and we want them to do better, and because it's fucking funny.
Yeah, and like I know there's custom pickups in it, and there's a custom wiring harness and all that. And if this doesn't, if it's not fixable, I will have to decide what to do. And at the moment, I haven't got a clue.
Like a headless.
I don't think it'll be made headless. I think it'll be I'll be buying another guitar and maybe bastardizing and taking the hardware and pickups and stuff out of this guitar and sticking it onto something else. But whether I try and find another 90s studio or whether I try and find something else, the problem is
not to be like a what you call it, a sticky wicket. My Les Paul is currently for sale.
I know. My problem is I don't think I could ever buy a Gibson Les Paul without an ebony board now. and they haven't made them with ebony boards for 20 years or something like that at this point. Like, it's an endangered wood, and bad for the environment, and
Yeah, our habitat's
it looks
dying.
cool, and it fucking plays amazing.
Yeah.
And I would miss the ebony board.
Yeah.
Which is why I'd be looking for a 90s, and at that point, like, I've looked at the price of 90s standards, and I'd be looking for a 90s studio because I haven't got £3,500 to spend.
I mean, 90 standards weren't all of that.
1400.
Yeah, I know 90 standards weren't, but like the 90 standards with a ebony board,
that's what they're going for.
They're going for like 3.2 to 3.5. Not that I've been like scouring Reverb and eBay and like,
not that that's never a safe search.
But like, yeah,
so just all of the misspellings of it as well. Gibson and
Gibson.
Yeah.
the Epiphone Gibson hybrid thing. They did some weird thing in the 90s. I can't remember what it's called now, but yeah. Anyway, like I don't know what's going to happen if it's fixable.
Would you like look at a Greco or
like a Bernie or an Orville?
Yeah, I mean, I would, but I mean, I have no idea what's going to happen. If this is fixable, then it's getting fixed, and I don't care how much it costs. If it's not, then I will take some serious time because I'm going to have to drop some serious cash to get a guitar that plays as well as that did.
Yeah.
The other thing is, for the following gigs over TT, I borrowed a 1984 Tokai 335 copy.
So that's what that was.
They go for like $2,500-3,000, and was an absolutely phenomenal guitar. It's owned by the bass player of the band that I was gigging in when it broke, Murder. It was his 50th birthday present,
and he saw that happen and went, "That's the guy I want to be using my Tucker."
The bass player doing with the guitar like that?
The even funnier thing is his wife bought it for him for his 50th, and he told his wife the reason why he was taking the guitar out of the house, and her reaction was, "And you're going to give him that?"
I would have the same response. I must admit.
Excellent.
But I mean, like, bearing in mind, I mean, I reckon I've done close to 1,000 gigs, and this is the first time I've dropped a guitar.
I mean, like, in terms of like ratio, that's pretty good. But like on the same week that you managed to snap the headstock, I'd probably be asking the same question myself. You're lending me that?
I mean, I did, but then I also, every time I put that guitar down, I put it back into its case and locked the case.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like, never are you more cautious than after a full-on accident.
Yeah, especially when you're borrowing somebody else's guitar.
The only time I've had something like that happen to me was a couple of years ago when I bought a Hagstrom Phantomon for Christmas.
Yeah.
And when it arrived, my parents were like, "Okay, it's going straight in the spare room. You can't have it till Christmas Day, that whole shindig." And I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, wicked. Fine, I'm happy with that." Because this is only like, I think it's like December the 19th or 20th or something like that. It came, so it went upstairs, and then I opened it Christmas Day, and I was like, right, I finally get to play it. And then took it out of the box, and I was like, oh, it's beautiful. Oh, it's got a net break. And it was broke from like the back of the volute all the way down the sort of the middle of the neck.
Oh.
So of course it was just like,
yeah. Waited all this time.
Sent a message to Guitar, and they were like, "Oh, sorry, obviously we're not open at the moment. What we'll do is we'll send somebody to come and pick it up, and they'll give you another one, like a straight swap." And I was like, "Okay, yeah, fine." And it came, and I was like, "All right, just wait. Let me at least open this one first.
Can I see that this one is working before you take this broken one away?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had the weirdest neck ever.
Did it?
It was wide and flat, and I didn't like it.
Yeah, PRS do like a wide flat one, don't they? They do wide flat and wide fat, I think.
Wasn't for me.
Well, there you go. You got to try these things, haven't you? I've never broken a neck on a guitar, but I dropped my my go-to telly, my LTD telly, on the jack plate because it's one of those like metal square jack plates, and it ended up putting like a pretty sizable chunk out of the like a little gash in the body, which at the point the guitar had absolutely no marks on it. Like it had like a few like little kind of scuff marks because I'd been using it for so long, but it was the first like proper
Ding.
yeah, proper ding. So I was proper gutted about that. But then after that, it would the jack socket like held onto the jack that you put in, and it just was never right. So I ended up replacing the jack socket, and then had the same problem with the next jack. Motherfucker. So it weren't the jack socket at all. So I had to like go inside and rejig like where the wires was because it's obviously like pushed the plate in a little bit. And because of that, it meant that where there was like millimeters of space for like all of the cabling, it was all just being pushed together. It's fine now, fingers crossed. But yeah, it was one of those moments. I dropped I think like my strap failed. I can't remember why. Yeah, just on. Yeah, it's quite because it's quite a heavy guitar as well. It fell directly on the jack socket. Fuck. Oh. Nothing makes you feel stupid, does it?
Yeah, no, like especially like this just like I felt like such a twat. Like you've just played for 2 hours. You know, you're on an absolute high. You're riding a high because everyone's cheering because it was your last song and it was the last song of the night, and they were all pissed.
Yeah.
And you go from that to going, oh, I'm a twat.
Yeah, job well done, guys. And then it's like, I am the biggest dickhead in this room. Fuck.
Yeah. No, so yeah, that was pretty miserable. And then, like, for the rest of TT, I borrowed this 335 Tokai copy. I don't know what they call their 335. It's
355.
It's definitely a combination of numbers and letters that's not ES355, but so 335, but it's broadly similar, I think.
Yeah, because like the Les Paul's the Love Rock, isn't it, or something like that? And I've got the Telecasters like the breezy sound, and then you've got the Stratocasters something, or like the surf sound or something like that.
Yeah,
we've got some real
cool names.
Yeah,
it's the UES73.
I mean, sure it is.
And 83. I don't know which one it is, but yeah, they've got a few of them. They all seem to be UES. So yeah, but yeah, this is an 80s one that I borrowed and I kind of used for the rest of TT. It did mean that I had a couple of feedback issues a couple of times because obviously I'd set up for a solid body and it's a hollow body. And occasionally I would step on the heavier side of my drive and get a little bit of squealing, but I just played over it and it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, was it feedback issues or was it just awesome?
Like, I mean, yeah, like it was definitely an issue. Like it was worse than normal. Like normally I can stand on it and like there's usable feedback, but no, this was a little bit too much, and I did have to dial it out a couple of times. But yeah, we did 3 more gigs, but like 2 of them I finished at like 1:45 in the morning, packed up, drove home, and then went to work at 9 in the morning. So like the work days got really long over like the Monday I worked from home. I messaged my boss at 9:15 in the morning and went, I've only just woken up, can I work from home today? And he went, yeah, okay. Normally we pre-approve this, but yeah, you can work from home today. We understand. And then yeah, I went into the office for the rest of the week, but like yeah, so it was just the pub gig on the Sunday night, which just was a fairly standard pub gig. Really enjoyed it. There's actually some people I'd heard of in. So Jason Plato, the touring car driver, was in watching us. Which was really cool. Like the bass player had actually just finished reading his autobiography and then looked up and Jason Plato was there. And we were both like, oh my God, that's Jason Plato.
It's like, I am suffering from sleep deprivation. Surely this is not happening.
But yeah, no, he was in watching us, and like that was a good, like I say, good fun gig. There was a fair few people about, and you know, it took us a while to pack down because people kept coming over and like, you know, saying very nice things about us, which drunk people tend to do. But yeah, it was just really good fun.
No,
you know, the old, oh, you know, I've been going out and watching gigs for 20 years, and you guys are the best band I've ever seen. That kind of that kind of stuff.
I've never heard that.
And you just smile and nod, like especially
Sure,
on the Isle of Man, like you hear it all the time, regardless of whether you were fucking awful or not. But that was really good. And then we did a gig in a campsite for all the bikers that were over, which again started at 9:30. We planned to finish at 12. I think they finally let us not do another encore about 1:45. Because I mean, we were having fun, they were having fun. There was a lot of French people in. I assume that they just all had decided to pick the same campsite, but yeah, which was
put white flags outside.
No, they were in a barn that had loads of flags up, which didn't have a French flag. So they were peppering the walls with like A4 printed French flags. And then one of them clearly had brought a French flag for either one of the riders or something, and they finally had a full-size French flag, and they spent a good 20 minutes trying to pin this French flag up, like in the corner of the barn. It was just weird, but it was so fun. And as they were doing that, the keyboard player, who's like a classically trained pianist, was playing the French national anthem as they finally got the flag up. It was one of the weirdest experiences of my life. It was just a load of French people singing their national anthem, the keyboard player in the band playing the French national anthem, and me and the rest of the band just looking at him like, how do you know this? What's going on here? But
I do what I do.
it's just, yeah, it was a good laugh. They like I say, all the bikers were up for having a good time. Yeah, really enjoyed that one. Like I say, we played on past what time we should have been playing on, but like it's TT, nobody cares. I mean, we were on a farm, we were in a barn in a farm. It's not like there's neighbours to piss off playing later than you're supposed to. So yeah, it was just another good fun one. And then we ended the night with Bushies, which is always my favourite gig.
Bushies, man.
Yeah, my first time doing it with this band. It's the first TT we've had since this band has been formed. And it was just absolutely brilliant. There was a Thin Lizzy tribute act on before us, Bad Reputation.
Nice.
So yeah, I spent an hour and a half listening to Thin Lizzy covers, and then had half an hour to set up for myself, and then we went on and just did our thing, and it was really good fun. We kind of, because we only had an hour and a half slot, like for the rest of the time, we've got like 50, 55 songs, and our singer just kind of calls out, and we just go with whatever he says. Whereas for that, we went, right, these are the songs that we know that are going to go down the best, so we'll kind of go with that. So we wrote down a set list, didn't look at who was on before us, so Whiskey in the Jar, which they finished with, was our first song, so that got scrapped. We're not opening with a song that they've just
they know it better than us. That's their job.
Yeah, so we kind of struck a line through that, and we rejigged the set, and we do one where we normally do a Kinks melody, so we do You Really Got Me into All Day and All of the Night.
Essentially the same song. So that's
So we were just going to do You Really Got Me, but we decided to do them both, and then put the Undertones Teenage Kicks in afterwards. Which those two songs are about 5 minutes, which is about how long Whiskey in the Jar is. So yeah, we kind of rejigged the set like that, and yeah, there's some brilliant kind of photos of the gig, like both that one and the 1886 one that I did with the other band.
Yeah.
There's local photographers who aren't professionals, but who this is like their main hobby, and there's some absolutely fantastic photos, and like they're just cool guys. So I think it's Vannon Photos that did that one, and the 1886 one was like DK Photography. But like if you're all friends with me on Facebook,
I did see them.
Yeah, you'll see loads of photos. But yeah, so Bushies, it all kind of runs into a blur for me because I'm just so hyped, because I just get so excited. Yeah, so this is kind of the first time in about 10 years that I've felt nervous going on the Bushy stage, and I assume it's just because I've never played Bushies with these guys before. Yeah. I don't know why, because like I know the guys, and like I'm comfortable playing with them. But yeah, it was just, I had an absolute whale of a time. Everything kind of rolled into one, and like I knew that we were going to end with Freebird, which I know is a cliche for fucking cover bands, but
why the fuck not though?
well, the thing is, like, for when I used to go out watching bands when I was like 16 to 22, every band did Freebird.
Yeah.
And I was talking to the sound engineer, or not the sound engineer, the monitor engineer, because they have a monitor engineer and a sound engineer, which is fucking incredible on the Isle of Man. You don't even get sound engineers anywhere, but yeah. So I was talking to the monitor engineer. He's like, oh, I've not heard Freebird, and this is like Wednesday of race week. There's like 2 more nights of TT, and I'm like, well, fucking excellent.
Yeah. Strap
that
the fuck in, my man.
People will not be waiting for it. They'll not be expecting it, and yeah, we just kind of went into it. It was one of those things where I was like, oh, fuck this. I'm going past the monitors. So, like, there's monitor setup. It had been raining earlier on in the day, so everything had been pulled away from the front of the stage, which just kind of made it perfect that the rest of the band was kind of like, like a good 2 or 3 meters away from the front of the stage, but the rain had stopped. So I stepped over the monitors right to the front of the stage. The photographer's there, like, just like literally right. I'm like 2 foot away from him. Like, the people had been coming forward as Freebird was going on, and I was like, I'm just going to show off like a twat. And I've watched the foot, like, bearing in mind that I've spoken to 60 or 70 people who were there who all said it was really good and really enjoyed it. And I've watched the footage back, and I'm embarrassed by it. I really think I didn't do a very good job. I couldn't quite hear myself because obviously I'm no longer in front of my monitors.
You're out of the monitors. Yeah.
So there was some bending that was out of tune. And to be fair, other than that, it was like as good as I can do. But like, I've certainly seen other lead guitarists play it 10 times better than me. But like, in that moment, I was the king of the world.
That's it.
There were people like waving, like, we're not worthy, kind of waving their hands, like fake bowing and stuff. And just like, I had an absolute whale of a time for the 4 minutes that I was there. Just fret
wanking,
and just I was absolutely in my element, just absolutely loving it. And I literally, all I did was kick the Raise the Dead on and just go. And
that's it.
Yeah, like I had such a good time, and like I say, afterwards I've seen some footage of the solo, and it was fine. It wasn't perfect, and I'd definitely do things differently now, but in the moment I really enjoyed it, and like, it was the perfect way to end my TT. Only we finished it, and then they went, "Oh, you can have one more song." That was really good. So we didn't end with that in the end, but we did end with the Red House. So like, I got to do a bit more, like,
yeah, basically again,
yeah, basically. But instead of, like, there's some singing over the top of me going diddly 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 diddly. But yeah, no, I had a whale of a time. The rest of the band had a whale of a time. It was a really good experience, and it's kind of like the best way to end my on-stage part of TT. And then I ended my actual TT with a double gig of 2 bands that I'd really wanted to see. So I'd missed. There's a local band called Pigs on the Wing who do Pink Floyd.
Say the dot. No.
Who do Pink Floyd covers.
Yeah.
And they do a gig inside the Villa Marina, which is like the venue that we have that's like, I don't know, 1,500 capacity, and it's where like big bands from the UK I'd say big bands, like fucking bands that were famous 20 years ago that will come to the Isle of Man. That's where they play.
JLS.
Like, things like that. Things like fucking, who have I seen in there? I've seen the Kaiser Chiefs 10 years after they were famous. I went to the Lightning Seeds a couple of years ago. They're on again. They were either on tonight or they were on last night. But yeah, like, basically that's the kind of size act that we can attract over here. And like, I saw Status Quo in there, and I've seen the Stranglers in there. But again, it's bands that are well past their best that will come and tour a like 1,500 capacity venue, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But Pigs on the Wing do it, and they kind of sell it out. And there's an AC/DC tribute act called DCAC, who are over here, who again are local musicians, and they kind of put gigs on in TT. Unfortunately, both of those gigs clashed with other gigs that I had, so I couldn't go and see them this year. But Pigs on the Wing was supporting the Darkness. So I had the Darkness tickets, and then I heard that Pigs on the Wing were on at 7, so we were in there from like 7:15. And just like, I love Pink Floyd, and it wasn't quite the same because they only did 90 minutes, which meant they didn't do, like, usually they do 2 full albums, and they'll pick 2 albums, and then they'll do like the hits off the other records either in between them or like at either end. But obviously with 90 minutes they didn't have time for that. They did some of my favourite songs, but not all of them. But I just loved every minute of just watching local musicians who are, you know, none of them are really professional. I think actually the drummer, because he teaches guitar, he teaches drums and is in every band under the sun, might be professional, but I'm pretty sure the rest of them have like a normal day job.
Yeah.
And it's just to see these guys, and they're like properly good. Like they would. I mean, like I say, over here they sell out a 1,500 capacity place to locals for gigs, because they're that good of a tribute act. Like they could go and tour the UK if they wanted to, and they'd do well at it. And they were really, really good. I really enjoyed that. And then they were followed up by The Darkness, and that was just. I mean, like I know you boys have both been this year, I think.
End of last year, yeah.
But yeah, like
was it?
Just
it might have been actually, yeah.
Absolutely incredible. Like I really enjoyed Permission to Land in 2003 when it was released, and I probably haven't listened to it since about 2005. Like I've listened to Don't Let the Bells End every Christmas. I've listened to I Believe in a Thing Called Love. And what was their other hit off that first album? Their other
Growing on Me?
Yeah, that was it. That's what they opened with. And yeah. Like but from second one when they opened with Growing on Me, just Justin Hawkins is just an absolute fruitcake, and I love it. And it's just absolutely crazy, bouncing off the walls, bouncing off his bandmates, jumping all over the place, just really, really enjoying himself, like throwing himself about, shredding, like just everything about it. Like he started off in a pink jumpsuit and finished off. It was a white jumpsuit, but he took his top off obviously because you're showing off, and yeah, just like his stage presence is incredible. The rest of the band really look like they're enjoying themselves. Got a bit of stage presence about them as well. Just they were absolutely incredible. About 5 songs in, there was a guy with a 360 camera on a stick, just pointing up in the air, and it'd been on for the whole time. And Justin Hawkins just went, "What's that? What's that? Bring it to me. I want to operate this device." And so the camera gets passed forward, and like he waves it around. And the first thing he does is show it like pointing at his arse, and then bring it back up to his face and smile. And then he just pulls the front of his trousers out, and just plonk straight down the front of his trousers into his boxers. And he does a song with the fucking camera pointing out. He's got like this stick coming up, keeps like hitting into the guitar. He ended up snapping some strings off the guitar with the selfie stick part of this camera thing. It's just absolutely fucking hilarious.
You could probably find it on YouTube somewhere.
I'm sure it'll be on. I've checked and it's not there. There's a couple of clips on YouTube. There's the local guy called Foxy who's got some learning difficulties, who managed to get on stage with them. Unfortunately, he then told Justin Hawkins that he could play the intro to I Believe in a Thing Called Love. Justin Hawkins gave him a guitar, and he couldn't play the intro to I Believe in a Thing Called Love, which was a little bit awkward. But at the same time, he knew enough chords that he could. So I think basically he's learned it in the wrong key because he was starting on G instead of F sharp. Yeah. And all they did was the rest of the band just started copying the chords that he was playing. And Justin Hawkins kind of like rapped over the top and was singing a song about Foxy, which I think is really cool. Like they just kind of vamped, and they were making sure that he didn't get booed off stage, which I think is a really, really nice touch. But
yeah, it's a class act, that, isn't it?
Like he'd been there at the front playing air guitar for the entire gig, which he does to loads of like local bands as well. Like he's well known in the music scene over here. And Justin Hawkins then took the guitar off him and he said, "And now King Dancer is Foxy. He's going to stay on stage." And he basically stayed on stage for I Believe in a Thing Called Long, and they all just kind of like were rocking out with him, and it was just
that's cool.
It was really cool. It was just they were absolutely fantastic. Just like if you get a chance to go and see The Darkness, and you want a little bit of fun in your evening, like it's 10 out of 10, like just phenomenal.
Absolutely. I mean, that's exactly the reason why I watch them every time they come around. Because, Justin is much older than he should be doing all of that.
I mean, he must be in his 50s now, is he?
No, not quite there, but he's definitely well into his 40s.
Knocking on the door.
Yeah. Say, like Like, so they did some videos or like cameo style videos of like promoting the festival, and I thought he looked really old in those. I was like, fucking hell, is that what he looks like? Like, I saw his brother when his brother came on stage. I was like, oh, it looks like Justin Hawkins 15 years ago.
Yeah, his brother's always looked young, though, hasn't he?
Yeah, but yeah, like I say, as soon as he got going, that was it. He was bouncing around the entire night. At one point, like there was a walkway between the VIP area and the peasants area where we were, and he just got onto the shoulders of he dragged one of the like bouncers over, and he's like, you, I'm getting on your shoulders. Gets on the shoulders of this guy with a guitar and is shredding whilst the guy walks him down the the separator bit. It's just absolutely brilliant. Just great fun. Just everything you want from a rock and roll gig. Just cracking. And like I say, the tones that they were getting, there were Marshall cabs on stage. There were no heads on stage. I don't know. I assume they would be off to the side, but
yeah. I'm assuming he's using in the Laney JH 1000 or whatever it's called now.
Yeah, quite possibly, but certainly cabs on stage were definitely Marshalls. Yeah,
it's like hot rodded Marshall tones all day, isn't it?
Yeah, and just great sounding guitars. Like, are they Les Paul Customs? The white.
I think so.
Yeah, he uses the Les Paul Customs, and Dan uses the standards usually, but he's got
the mini humbuckers, isn't he?
He's in one of them maybe. His usual ones are just kind of standard. I think he uses the 490Ts and 490Bs in his because they're a bit brasher.
Yeah, he was definitely using the standard. I did notice definitely mini humbuckers in some of the songs and not mini humbuckers in others, but I've no idea what they were like. They just look like Les Paul standards, but yeah, his white Les Paul Customs
it's so nice,
sexy as fuck.
Absolutely, right.
And the Thunderbird bass as well. Just
Frankie Polaine is just
fucking.
He's just the coolest fucking bass player out there, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely.
Just zero shits given.
Yeah. Well, yeah, so that was the end of my TT. So I'm now going to shut up because that's what I've done for the last however many days it was.
Indeed.
2 weeks or something.
And there was me worrying that we were going to fill a podcast. But no, I'm absolutely made up for you because it's been so long, like so many years where it just hasn't happened, and it's just
it's been 3 years, and the entire island's been waiting for it, and it sorely needed it. Like the guys at the campsite that we were playing said if they'd have cancelled this year, then they'd have had to close the campsite.
Yeah.
They've just had to fold. It's
losing a lot of money, I guess.
Yeah,
at the end of the day.
Yeah, and locally they were helping the hotels, but not campsites and things like that. And just it's because technically they're a farm campsite because they've got a few animals, and they were like, so you've got animals, so you've got a source of income, so you're not getting help.
Breakfast sorted.
Yeah, it is.
You wake up and you realise that there's one of the pigs missing.
Right, well, we had to get produce somehow, boys. Right, Josh, you've been up to a fair bit this week, haven't you? I mean, I say that you've been doing a lot of waiting this week, is what you've been doing. But let's kind of wind back and find out what happened. Where did you go, and what were you doing there?
Well, before this, I actually went when Matt was, might as well allude to it, but when Matt was kind of gigging watching the Champions League final, I was watching My Chemical Romance down in Cardiff.
Nice.
And I have to say, some of their fucking guitar tones were class.
Nice.
They were so good. But there was one band that really struck me, and there were I ended up Googling them because I was like, I was quite interested by them. And the guitarist was 26. And his studio room is full of 1960s tellies and Strats, and I was just like, he's 26. But he pulled out this custom semi-hollow Gretsch that he's got, and only had 3 strings on it, and it was the most badass sounding guitar I've ever heard in my life.
Nice.
It was just filthy. I just looked at Laura and I pulled, and she's like, "What are you doing? Have you farted?" And I was like, "No, it's the tone face." And I was like, "Oh." And so yes, I spent far too long in Berlin than had previously anticipated. We were there to see Rammstein. They were playing at the Olympic Stadium, and that show was, I mean, I've seen them countless times, but that was one of the most breathtaking performances I had seen from them.
Yeah, them on home soil.
Yeah, it was like, to be fair, when you see them in the UK, the crowds have always been very lackluster. They'll sing to Du Hast because that's the only song people ever know of, because it's always on Kerrang or generic metal radio or playlists or whatever.
That's
and
it.
occasionally, you'll get a couple of thousand of the people in the crowd going, "Du Hast," but then I think there was 100,000 in the stadium.
Yeah,
and every single person was belting it out at the top of their lungs, and I was like, "Whoa, whoa!" But it was kind of like a bucket list thing for me since I first got into them like 17 years ago, and I said one day I will go and see them in Germany, and they come out like this, they start by it's like some like operatic, like trumpets and drums or whatever. I can't remember the title of what it is. And then the drummer comes out and he's just got this huge fuck off like floor tom, like mounted like 90 degrees, and he hits it and then the whole stage just explodes and it's like getting punched in the chest.
yeah.
Nice.
And then like each of the band members kind of come out one by one, and my mate Mark, he brought his partner Natalie, and it was like her first proper big gig that she's been to. Like she said, like
I mean, that's one way to fucking kick it off, isn't it?
yeah, well, she's 6 months pregnant as well, so it's like if the baby wasn't kicking, it was definitely kicking after that. And she went, "Oh my fucking god, look at your arm!" And like I had goosebumps, and all of my arm hair was just like standing up.
Yeah,
and it was a really euphoric experience. And when we after the gig, I'm not afraid to admit I got a little bit emotional and welled up. No homo. And we were walking out the arena, and I just never even when we was at I'd never seen like so many fans in one place at the same time. Like, imagine if you go and see Queen in London, you'd expect to see one or two people with like a Queen shirt or something along them lines. But we went out from 8 o'clock in the morning and we didn't go back till about 1 o'clock, like the next day in the morning sort of thing, after the gig. And you couldn't walk 500 yards without seeing somebody in a Rammstein shirt. And they all just gave you that look of you going to the show. Yeah, sort of thing. Like everywhere you looked, it was crazy.
The old metal man nod.
There was kids, like, 10-year-olds that were in there. And then, like, there was somebody that was behind us, and he was, like, in his 80s. And he was there with a Rammstein shirt and, like, with a Rammstein beer as well. And was just like, the vast diversity was completely different to what it's like here.
Yeah.
It was actually quite nice because you just seen all sorts. And then all the carnage happened.
So you were due to come back on the Sunday.
So I was due. I admit this first fuck up was my fault. I admit the first fuck up was my fault. Because we were out Sunday night and I thought we were flying out Monday night until I was looking on Flight Scanner because I knew that the weather was going to be bad. There were storms over in Berlin. And I was looking, I was like, flight's not there. The flight's not there. And so I pulled up. We were all sat in a bar at this point. It was me, my partner Laura, Mark and his partner Natalie, his dad and his mistress, shall we say. None of them listen to this podcast, so I can say
fine.
that. And Mark was like, well, check your EasyJet app. So I had a look, and I was just like, oh, not flying till Tuesday. I didn't have a hotel room night for Monday night.
Shit.
Yeah. So of course that was me going, oh fuck. Fuck. So then this is the problem when you don't package book a trip and you just do it all willy-nilly.
Yeah.
So then of course I was looking for anywhere that I could get us in, and I saw like AO Hauptbahnhof, which is like near one of the main stations in Berlin. So I was like, 40 quid a night, that'll do. I was like, it's going to be one night. It's going to be a shit shower, sleep sort of place.
Yeah.
And it was a fucking youth hostel.
Oh.
Yeah. So we got there in the morning to check. Like, we checked out of one house, which, like, the hotel I originally booked could not have been better, because it was literally, you got out of the main train station off like the overground sort of thing. You walked down the bridge and the hotel was right there. Literally, there was 4 restaurants, and the hotel was right there in front of you, like 50 yards. And it's just like, it couldn't have been any better. And I've gone from that to a fucking youth hostel. So, of course, we'd gone to, like, we couldn't check in till 3. It was like, can we leave our bags here? And we'd done that when we arrived the Friday morning. We took them straight to the hotel. They put tags on them, and then they give you the number. So, of course, then when you go back, you give the number, you get your bag. They just opened the door, and it was literally just shelf, and just like help yourself, like stick it where you can. And I was just like, really? I was just like, are you being serious?
That's youth hostel for you.
Yeah, and you know what? Actually, the room was actually really nice. The bed was really comfortable. The bathroom was nice. So I couldn't really complain. Tuesday. So me and Lauren checked out. When we took our bags with us, because we're like, fuck, we're not leaving them there. So we'll take our bags with us for the day. So we were doing our like Rammstein sightseeing of Berlin, going to all like the movie shoot places and photo shoot places and all that sort of stuff. When we went to the first one, we ran into a woman from Mexico. She had come all the way from Mexico to the gig and was doing the same sort of thing, and somebody from the Netherlands was there. And then we went to like another bit and said, okay, we'll go and get some lunch down in Tiergarten, which is like, it's like the up and coming, like, you know, City of London kind of style place, and they've got Berlin Zoo there and whatnot. So we stopped off and had some lunch. Went to the next place, which was kind of on the way to the airport. And I had a message come through in the airport saying, we are experiencing delays through security, so please arrive with more than 3 hours before your allotted time. So I was just like, okay, I can understand that for going through security. It's fine. So we eventually got to the airport about 4:30. Our flight wasn't till 10. And it took a bit of time to get through security, but it wasn't bad. Literally, as we get through security, phone pings, there has been a delay to your flight. Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah. This was step 1.
Step 1 of... Yeah. So then it comes to... it come up to about 9:45, and the gate was going to close, because then you went through like duty free and all that, but then there was the initial part where it was EU flights, you know, Spain or like internal Germany, and then anything international. So of course, because we're not in the EU anymore, we had to go then through another security like checkpoint, and then obviously once you go through there, you can't come back, and it's like the gate was going to close. It's like, we've got to go through. We've got to.
Yeah.
we went through when we seen our gate, and it now was delayed to 10 to 12 midnight, and the airport curfew was midnight. No taking off or landing after midnight. And so I pulled up flight scanner to see like where the plane was. Fucking Belfast.
Yeah, it's just a 15-minute hop over the
Belfast.
Yeah, 15 minutes over Berlin. What are you talking about?
I had a look, so the plane had to go from Bulgaria to Manchester, Manchester to Belfast, Belfast to Manchester, and then Manchester to Berlin. And I was just like, fuck. And then literally about 10 minutes later, it was cancelled.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, great. So then it come through on my phone, and so like the next available flight is Thursday. Fuck me. So I booked us onto the one Thursday, and it said, once you have booked your flight, you will be rediverted to pick a hotel. And I was like, okay, so at least they're putting us up for the 2 nights. Did they fuck? No. Like, as soon as you booked the flight, that was it. The app had just closed itself. Yeah. And then there was no food or drink vouchers or anything like that. There was no way to go through for compensation or, anything like, because if your flight's cancelled, you're entitled to £220, I think, of compensation as a flat out cancellation or more than 3 hour delay. So Laura was looking for a hotel while I was trying to sort all this embargo out. And she was like, oh, I booked a hotel. It's not too far from the train station. And I was like, okay, fine. Happy with that. So, of course, we got up and were like, you need to go to the EasyJet counter and they'll sort you out. So we had to get, taken through the back way so we could get back to, arrivals and that. Go to the EasyJet counter. Closed.
Yeah. Of course it was.
No reps, nothing. There was no one at customer service.
Yeah, because the flights had stopped by that point.
Yeah.
What, did they need to be there?
And I was also getting inundated with phone calls at the time, and I was getting too stressed to answer these fucking phone calls. And the more erratic, these phone calls were becoming, and I was like, what the fuck? And so I picked up, and it was my mate Mark, the one that we was with, and he's like, dude, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, it's only been a flight cancellation. He was like, oh, thank God you're alive. And I was like...
a bit dramatic, but okay.
And I was like, what are you on about? And he went, you posted a picture outside a cafe in Tiergarten. I was like, yeah. They said, there's just been a terrorist attack there.
Fuck.
Right outside the cafe where we had lunch.
Shit, man.
And he only found out because, John Barrowman had posted about it because he was around it when it happened.
Oh, shit,
and,
man.
There was 30 people run over. 14 of them were school kids, and one of them was a teacher that was killed.
Fuck, man.
And it was literally at the cafe where we had our lunch, and someone had drove into, the seating area and took everybody out, and I was just like, yeah, we're fine. We're still stuck at the airport. So, we just managed to get the last train back into the centre of Berlin. And I was like, okay, you've booked the hostel again.
Well, at least it's familiar by this point. Oh,
yeah.
Hello there, Mr. Josh. Oh, welcome back again.
Yeah. And then EasyJet denied our compensation claim because apparently they didn't cancel the flight. The airport did because of curfew restrictions. And I sent, let's be honest, a strongly worded letter.
That is the British way.
To the customer complaint service. And I've also sent a letter to the Civil Aviation Authority. And I said, I don't care if they're denying compensation. That plane was in Belfast. There was no fucking way that was making it to Berlin on time. He still had to fly to Manchester, unload, load back up, and fly to Berlin, which is a 2-hour flight. I was getting that 3-hour delay, whether I wanted to or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
fully.
I'm sorry to the airline that fucked me over. Fuck you.
Tell them how it is, Josh. Tell them how it is.
Yeah, I am not flying with you again. I would rather fly with Ryanair.
Oh, that is saying something. That is saying something.
I didn't even get refunded for the 45 quid I paid for the seats.
Fair play.
Fucking hell.
And then when we actually finally got on the plane, there was some fucking Polish twat next to me who the entire time had his phone out on Instagram, not on flight mode while we're 35,000 feet in the air. And then goes to sleep and pulls the window down. I'm like, oh, great. That was the one bit of thing I could just see. Like, I was like,
The one bit of joy.
yeah. And I was like, fuck you.
Right, pass your phone here, mate. If you're falling asleep, at least I'm having some fun.
Yeah.
Right, so we I mean we're at the hour already, but I feel we are remiss if we don't mention the FXpo. Mainly because I've written this fucking segment for it and we're gonna do it, damn it. So both me and Josh should be going to the FXpo on Sunday of this week.
Woo.
Indeed. Woohoo indeed. And doing both our due diligence, I bet neither of us have looked at the exhibition list. I know that I have, but only just. And for this little quiz, so we're going to play a little quiz here, which is FXpo real. So it's going to be, we've got to do like a real pedal company that is at the FXpo, a real pedal company but who's not exhibiting, and then my mind's eye FXpo brand, yeah, the Budget Pedal brand, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna go through the rounds here. Play along at home, see if you can beat both Matt and Josh. Right,
Are
so
you going to tell us which ones are real now, or are we going to have to wait till next week?
No, we do.
We'll find out at the end.
We do it, yeah, one round at a time. Right, so first things first. We have got Sound Lad Liverpool. We have got Dinosaur Armour Devices. And we have got Holy Island Audio. So Sound Lad Liverpool, Dinosaur Armour Devices, and Holy Island Audio.
Ooh.
So what
I'm going to say the one that isn't real.
Yeah.
Is the Sound Labs Liverpool.
Okay. And then what? How about the other two? Which one's exhibiting at FXpo?
I'm going to say the Holy Island.
Okay, so you're going Holy Island for a exhibitor. You're going Dinosaur or Armour Devices that are real but don't exhibit, and then Sound Lad are not real. Mm-hmm. Matt, what you say?
I'm going Sound Lad are real and exhibiting.
Yep.
And Dinosaur is from your mind's eye.
So
which leaves the other one.
Yeah, Holy Island has been real but not
exhibitors.
Okay, so between you got the three. Kind of. Right, so Matt was bang on with Dinosaur Armour. That was from my mind's eye. I saw a child's toy as I was writing this that had a dinosaur in armour.
That sounds like a great company name.
Oh, fuck me. Wait until you get to the end of this list. Some of these, you will ask why they don't exist. Sound
Tommy Tippy pedals.
Sound Lads exist, but are not...
not exhibiting.
Yeah, not exhibiting. They do the Scran pedal. I think I've seen it kicking about on Instagram. It's like a gnarly distortion. And Holy Island are exhibiting at the FXpo. Right, are we ready for the next one?
We are.
So we've got Pink Bat Machines. We've got Indifferent Engine and Hello Sailor Effects.
Hello Sailor Effects are real but not exhibiting.
Okay.
I would agree with that.
What was it? Pink Batman?
Pink Bat Machines.
Pink Bat Machines is from your mind's eye.
Okay.
and the other one is real and
Different
exhibiting.
engine.
So I'll say pink bat machines are real but not exhibiting, and the other one is the one that's from the mind's eye.
Oh, the indifferent engine. So you think Hello Sailor are exhibiting?
Mhm.
Cool. Matt, you got it bang on, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, I know that Joe at Hello Sailor is currently working his other job,
Yeah.
and therefore couldn't be exhibiting.
Exactly, yeah.
So me following him on Instagram let me know that he couldn't possibly exhibit.
And yeah, I saw a pink bat as well.
Of course you did.
After this, it stops becoming my mind's eye. And there's a couple that are from my missus' mind's eye. So,
Oh, that's not fair. I don't know your missus.
so there you go. Right. So next lot. Sorry, we have got Ranger effects. We have got cross devices, and we have got Samsara sound. Okay, so Ranger
effects are there and demonstrating, and they're real.
Okay, cross devices and Samsara sound. What are we saying?
Cross devices are real but not exhibiting, and Samsara are your mind's eye.
Okay,
I would agree with the first one, but I'd swap the other two round. So I think Samsara are real but not exhibiting, and I think cross devices is your mind's eye.
Okay, so Josh gets the point on this one because Ranger effects clearly are correct. They are the maker of the cum dumpster. I forgot what it's actually called, but like, come on, we all know it. We all know it.
Yeah.
Yes, the fluid pedal.
That's a yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
It's like the mini bar or something, isn't it? But it's clearly the fucking cum dumpster.
Yeah.
Like so many warranties were voided with that one. so many. Because dudes are gross and they go, it sounds like my jizz. Cross Devices are a Brazilian company who are clearly not exhibiting, and Samsara apparently means like rebirth in something. I don't know.
Sumatran, I think.
Well, there you go. There you go. Means. You learn something new every day. Right, so next one. Ritual Devices, Reeves Electro, and Electric Lemon Audio.
Ritual are
real. It might be electrical lemon. Either or. Electric or electrical lemon. One of the two. Sorry. So
I'm going to say Ritual Devices are real.
Yes.
And I'm going to say not demonstrating. Electrical limo is
electric. I think it's electric lemon. My handwriting is terrible.
Yeah, that's definitely got to be your mind's eye.
Okay. I mean, it's pretty shitty that I can't even read my own writing.
What was the third
that doesn't
one?
really help.
Reeves Electro.
That sounds like a brand that would be there.
I'm going to say Electrical Lemon is exhibiting and real.
Okay.
I'm going to say the first one is real but not exhibiting, and I can't remember what the other one was called.
Reeves Electro.
Yeah, Reeves Electro is from your mind's eye, or your missus's mind's eye.
I was almost certain that you would both point out the fact that Reeves Electro are absolutely fucking massive, and both of you have just gone like completely. No, that can't be real. Reeves Electro are the ones like the first company that started doing the point to point pedals where they used like no tag board or no PCBs, and they just solder the
the components together.
The components together, yeah.
I didn't know that.
And have featured on that pedal show more than once. Like he actually did an entire episode with that pedal show. So
I've never heard of it. I'm really
pretty
sorry.
Fucking massive.
I'll be honest, I've not heard of them either. So.
I mean, that makes me happy. The fact that
you've shocked us both.
Yeah,
you made us both look like retards on the internet.
No, it's just something that I thought would be absolutely like. It's just like if I put Wampler pedals in there, you go. Doesn't quite sound real.
There goes any chance of Reeves Audio sending us any pedals.
Oh, like Reeves gets like people like Chris Buck to do his pedals. He's clearly not going to ask fucking Brummy Blues Dad, is he? Gonna go. You know what this pedal needs? Some shit blues licks repeated over and over again. But yeah, okay. Right, final one. I think you've done pretty well so far, actually. Before we go into the final one, Electric Lemon should be a brand, shouldn't it? Really, come
Absolutely
on,
should be a brand.
Someone needs to make that happen. Right, final one.
I've heard they got really sour tone.
I mean, shit, dad jokes. We're all about that. Right, so we've got. Okay, this one's a bit of a mouthful. Nordic Origins pedal experiments. Green Carrot pedals or Leyland pedals?
Leyland are real and not demonstrating. Nordic, whatever it is.
Yeah, we'll go with Nordic Origins.
Yeah, Nordic Origins, they are real and they will be there. And Carrot Top pedals, or whatever.
Green Carrot. Yeah. I mean, it might as well be Carrot Top. Okay.
So, I'm pretty sure. Now, I did have when you mentioned this about a month ago and asked if people were going, I vaguely remember reading something about a carrot as one of the exhibitors for this event. So I think, what are they called? Green Carrot?
Yeah, Green Carrot pedals.
I think Green Carrot are real and exhibiting.
Okay.
And then what were the other two called?
So we had Leyland pedals or Nordic Origins pedal experiments.
Nordic Origins is real and not exhibiting, and Leyland is a car manufacturer from the 60s.
I mean, they are, but they are also a pedal manufacturer who are exhibiting at the.
Oh, fuck's sake!
Right,
I read something about a carrot.
Right, yeah, Green Carrot pedals are a pedal company. If you just read out the initials of this, Nordic Origins pedals experiments.
Nope. You twat.
Because I thought they do like them fuss pedals with like Mjolnir a little.
I mean,
something like that.
It's like pretentious enough to be a pedal company, isn't it?
It is actually.
So, once again, Nordic Origins. Come on, make this happen. But you have to call it pedal experiment, otherwise it just doesn't work. I suppose you could be Nordic Origins, couldn't you? And it'd just be no.
This is where there actually probably is a brand called Nordic Origins, and you've just fucked us over completely.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, like any of these could be like pedal companies, and I haven't done the research. So, like, fully hands up for it. Just before we wrap up the podcast, because we are like an hour and a chunk at the moment, we'll talk about the hot take that happened this week, but we're not going to do the one that we were going to do. We're going to save that. We're going to save it. So just a little bit of housekeeping. We had last week the hot take for the TC pedal enclosures. Basically, Lee saying that they were the best thing since sliced bread. And the public agree. 82% are saying, yeah, pretty sure it's the best.
Admit, for a mini pedal, it was surprisingly small, but it was big enough to be able to easily use. And I think it's better to have one like that. Obviously, I'm just saying this because I wasn't here last week because I was too busy being stuck in Berlin.
It weren't our fault. Don't take it out on me.
Yeah, because I know what are they called now? Tone City do like the really sort of thin ones.
Yeah, the Moor size ones.
Yeah, and I feel like they are just, you can't get enough on them because like the knobs that they've put on there are like tiny fucking
and
things.
It's not even just that though. Like if you put them on a pedal board and stand on it, it falls on its side.
Yeah, I think
there's not enough grip on the bottom of them. Whereas these TC ones are just a little bit fatter. But instead of having the jacks on the side, they're on top, which means actually on the pedal board they're about the same width when you take the jacks into consideration. But it's got enough of a surface area that you can stand on it, and it doesn't look like it's going to rock.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, and if TC start making a line of these, and if these now become the new 1590A size, you'll be able to stack them right up against each other and get really, really compact mini boards.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I will say is like I'm stacking the next size up or whatever the size that TateFX use and
the 1250 BB is it, I think.
Yeah, and the only thing I will say is they're fine as long as they've only got one foot switch. But my Messiah driver's got 2 foot switches, because it's I wanted the 2 channels usable, which is fantastic because it sounds great. But if you pack pedals either side of it, you will be putting on multiple pedals at the same time or clicking multiple buttons because I have fat feet and yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like the alternative then comes a switcher underneath, isn't it? Like
yeah, and like if I was worried about it, then that's what I do. And generally, what I tend to do is just poke it with my toe and hope for the best. And sometimes it goes on, and sometimes it doesn't.
That's it. Start wearing pointier shoes.
Yeah, and what I absolutely can't do at the moment is gig in my docks, which is what I used to use. And at the moment, I'm using Converse just because they're a lot slimmer than the dock ones.
I had that instance when we was in the rehearsal studios before I went away, and I was just like, I'm going to wear me docks today. And then I went to press one of me patches, and I pressed about 4 at the same time.
Yeah.
I mean, I was considering buying a set of docks, but no, I might not.
Don't get me wrong, like, if you've got your board set out properly, cracking, yeah. I mean, you might accidentally break a pedal, but...
We have talked, haven't we, Matt? We've spoken before. Like, that's not the case.
Yeah. And I also did find that if you're not paying attention, you can accidentally turn your lead boost and an octaver on at the same time if you put them next to each other, and
that
then get really confused about your tone. You're like, "Oh, this is a lot more throaty than I thought it was."
yeah. Oh, I'm liking that. Yeah. Oh, octave. Okay, shit. Whoops.
Can you imagine doing the Freebird solo, but like 2 subs
down? Yeah. Is he taking up all of the frequency spectrum? Fuck you, keyboard.
Louder than the
Fuck
band
you.
Anyway, and now I'm taking up all of their space as well.
Yeah.
I'll have the high tone plus 1 octave down and 2 octaves down. I'm just taking
because
it.
fuck you, bass player. That's why.
That's it. Fuck you, everyone.
Yeah. The drums, rhythm guitar. All people need to hear is me.
Yeah. This is my time to shine. Y'all can fuck off. Right, so this is where we end the podcast, and we do so in the same way every week. We thank our Patreon backers for being awesome people.
Hi, Matt.
Hi, Matt.
So we thank our Patreon backers. I'm extending a thank you to all of our listeners, but we extend a special contractually obliged thank you to our Patreon backers, who are as follows. Remember, as little as $2 a month, you can be on the list. It's not that much, and you can be part of these cool kids too. Right, so we've got
less than a coffee. It's less than a coffee, and you are helping us.
Indeed, it's much less than being stuck in Germany for the best part of a week. So we've got Mr. Andrew Bimpson, Mr. Adam Yeomans, Mr. Doug Christ of 37FX of Masters of the Cinematic Universe and the Just Surprise Me podcast. We've got Mr. Huge Erection. I mean, that was a bit lackluster. Come on, boys. Give us a cheer for the Huge Erection.
Whee!
There we go.
It's definitely not mine.
We have got tiny bean. We have got Mr. Ben Fletcher of Fletcher Pickups, and we've got Mr. Brian Gower of the Tone Jerks podcast and the Second Button podcast. I personally listen to all of those podcasts because they are of excellent quality. You should too. You'd like them. If you want to catch me online, I am Mr. BudgetPedalChap. You can find me on Instagram, on Facebook, and on YouTube. YouTube is the home to the No Talk All Tone series and the No Talk All Tone Versus series, which recently I versed digital versus analog. So the TC Bucket Brigade versus the Flashback in Bucket Brigade mode. And this week, I've got a tiny little horsey. A tiny horsey.
I might send you my wish clone.
Yeah, my little cloney.
Yeah, because that wish clone is so fucking good. I love it.
You damn right. Matt, where can we find you online?
Twitter.
Yes.
And Twinstagram.
Yes.
@heel_MattQ. And if you want to watch me drive around the TT course on a Assetto Corsa, it's heel space Matt Q, just to really confuse you.
There you go.
On Twitch.
Yes,
Absolutely.
Twitch.
That's it. And Josh, where are we finding you?
You can find me at the Corona Mortis on Instagram, / JoshyZK, 2 eyes on YouTube,
Indeed.
and Paramore GB Tribute.
Paramore, get in. And we can find you on another podcast as well, can't we?
You can, although I have been very quiet on the Guitar Geeks podcast. But that's how you find us, the Guitar Geeks podcast.
There you go. I've been catching up on a little bit of the back catalogue, actually, because I've come into it way late. And who was I catching up with? The YouTube guitar guy. I can't remember what it was. Plays loads of Metallica. It was really cool.
Oh, Matt Riffmaster.
That's the one. That was a fantastic one. He's absolutely hilarious. So that
he's a great guy.
I listened to that one. I very much urge you to listen to that. He's a bit of a ledge.
He's a lovely chap.
Yeah. And you get into not only like the superficial stuff. You got into some pretty deep shit as well, which I thought was really cool. So I'm like stamp of approval on that. So keep doing what you're doing. But for now, from myself, Mr. Budget Pedal Chap, from Mr. Oh my gosh, it's Josh, and from Mr. Matt Crine, say bye, Matt.
Bye, Matt.
Yeah. It will be a tatty bye, and good night for this week. Get on a bit.
Bye.
Bye.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen. Bitteschön. What music genre do burritos listen to?
I don't know.
Rap music.
Yes.
Oh, dear.
I mean, that's the one. It's the one. It's simply the one. Simply the best.